it'd be the smartest thing. Like, you ever have that one thing,
Huh.
like, you and your unofficial gym rival that you never spoke. You're only rivals because you two are like a lot alike. You ever talk to a person and realize we're a lot alike. God damn it, I don't even know, but you have that sense because you don't speak. It's that why am I
Huh.
drawn to this person or his work? Why he catches my eye? That man's moving how you move. He's doing certain things that you do. You see qualities. You
Mhm.
should
I'm
realize.
sorry, I'm a fucking
It's a
unicorn, and no,
that's that. What did I hear that labeled as? The gym nemesis.
Yeah, the gym
Not
never
really
said,
like
oh
man.
a true
yeah,
enemy, but
yeah,
somebody
yeah,
will like, oh, I see you putting an extra little plate on there. Okay, I'm gonna do
Yeah,
that
yeah.
same.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. You
like
find
unless you
that
one
one.
up me over there on that sled
Yeah.
push,
You
100
got
pounds.
look for a whole
That's
6 months. You got
125 for
unofficial
me today.
conversation. Look, you got unofficial fights, conversation, and you say it
Uh huh.
sarcastically like, "I see you squat at that 320." I didn't even make no
Hmm.
compliment. You just like,
All right. Well, hello. We are back for another episode of Dad Strong. My name is William. We've got Tyler and Q on the cast
Mhm.
here. Hopefully, this time around, we shouldn't have any echoes like we did last time. So we're figuring this out as we go, one day at a time, right? It's like the 12 steps of sobriety. Is that right? I don't know.
yeah, yeah.
Speaking of a,
Yep. Hey.
speaking of a, speaking of a place I don't know about.
I wouldn't know how that was formed, you
Uh,
know.
we're not here spilling anybody's business, so to speak. So if you're new to it here, three of us, we're all dads. We've got kids. We love being dads and just living life. And also, we all three of us work in a gym and help people get fit and things of that nature. So we created this to have some fun, build a community, and provide some comedy and some health tips. And we're just going to have some conversations each and every week. So please tune in. We have it on YouTube or Apple, Spotify, any of the places you get your podcast. We have them. So if you want to watch it and watch the comedy, I recommend that one. But you can also listen to us as well. So I do say that we are pretty damn funny most of the time. Um,
We don't have stats on that yet, but
I mean, maybe we do. We just find ourselves comedy at the gym.
And that's all that matters.
But
That's all that matters.
we're
self-preservation.
self-preservation. I
Keep
mean,
them up.
I don't really care. You got to have confidence in who you are, and it's like if I'm damn funny. I don't care what y'all say.
Me, I laugh at my jokes
So,
all the time. And be loud.
well, is it laughing at your jokes or laughing at yourself? No, I'm just kidding.
A little bit of, you know, however I feel at the moment.
I don't know if you can have one without the other.
You know,
I
nowadays,
mean, what? It's like I'm not laughing with you. I'm laughing at you.
right.
I think we have too many people that we know around us that we laugh at more so than we do laugh with them. But
Yeah.
I digress. All right, so part of the show too, like I mentioned, we're going to talk about we'll get into the heavier topic today. Which one thing we're going to talk about today is the dad bod, right? Is it something that you believe in, or is it an excuse, or do you accept it, fight it, redefine it? Things we're going to get into about it today.
Do you fear
And
its appearance as you get older?
I mean, I don't know. The three of us here, I'm the elder statesman, so sure, my hip is like broken. I don't know. Anyways, but we're gonna kick this thing off. We're gonna each divulge a couple of dad jokes and see what kind of reactions we get. Please let us know which one is your favorite as well. You can comment on our, like I said, our YouTube channel or any of our social medias. Also in the podcast, Apple and Spotify, you can leave us a review as well. So appreciate it. So who wants to go first?
Me. I got one. I started off strong. Beat it
Yes,
good.
sir. You
right.
in the back.
Back in the bucket.
In the
All
what?
Wow.
Yeah,
Wow.
good.
We're
All
about
right.
to get canceled
Like,
right there.
yeah,
Too
instantly, you know.
far.
We
Dang it.
already got an FAA note. We were like, don't put that over there, you know.
Select choice words, like, the DE.
All right, let's jump right into that. Well, all right. So how does Darth Vader like his bagels?
Something about the dark side. I feel like it, but
Yeah, a little on the dark side.
Yeah, on the dark side. Come on. All right. This is because I'm trying to make a relation right there with that.
whoa.
He said it.
I mean, I will say it. Absolutely. I ain't got no fear.
Okay.
Anybody who knows me knows I don't care.
But well, how the world knows, brother. How the world.
Right. Hey, whatever. Bring it on.
I got the next one then here. What do you call a deer with no eyes? I got no idea. There you go.
All right, all right. Did you guys hear that the Energizer Bunny was arrested?
Yeah, say so.
Yeah, he was charged with battery.
Okay, we understand. I like that. I like that. Oh
All
man.
right, Q. What you got? Next one.
All right. What type of bear is toothless?
Say what?
What type of bear is toothless?
Ooh, that's a gummy bear. If I ever seen one.
You in my book. These in my notes. You were in my notes. Try harder next week.
All right, Tyler.
What's Forrest Gump's password?
See, 141.
There you go.
Y'all got to bring some goddamn.
I'll be back to the
Come
drawing board.
on.
Okay.
Come on.
I already said
This is all
this
the
one.
light reading Will does.
Yeah, I already said this one. Yeah, you're right. I already said this one, but see, well, do I change it up? No, we're gonna go with this. A good
Throw
one.
it
You
in
just
front
get
of
a
the
get a half-hearted chuckle now is all.
I mean, that's true. You're like,
probably want to come bust
it's
our
like-
bubbles.
I was like, yeah, you guys just ruined mine. Whatever. Yeah, no, I will give credit where it's due. A coworker gave me this jokes. Did I tell you guys about how I got kicked out of the Vietnamese restaurant? Yeah, they
Yes,
bond
you
me
did.
for life.
He said,
He said,
I
yes,
did.
you did. Wow.
2 minutes ago.
Jesus Christ.
About 5 minutes ago.
Said, actually, yeah, this is on repeat. So,
Right,
yeah,
right.
it should have just been like, nah, screw you. I'm giving away the answer. Fuck off. All right. So those are our dad jokes. And like I said, each week we're going to do these and we'll come up with more and stuff like that. If you got any good ones, please, message us. I said this last week as well, is that we will be reading them online as we build this and grow this. I mean, I feel like dad jokes are just never ending. There's always good ones out there. There's also bad ones, but whatever. So we would love to hear from you. Please, let us know more. So next order of business I want to talk about is we have our Dad Strong Challenge. So on March 1st, we are starting this up. We're going to be running these things quite regularly, but the very first one is starting this coming Sunday. It's going to be 12 weeks. We provide the workouts and nutrition help, habit training, everything like that. Excuse me. The three of us will be doing this. If you decide to join with us, we will be captains. So say if you decided to choose Tyler as your team captain, and then he will write up the workouts. They won't be personalized, but they will be workouts that not only he will be doing, but everybody on his team will be doing as well. Same with Q and same with myself. We will provide those workouts, and then we will have the accountability. We will have ways to message you and reach out, making sure we do the things. And we're going to be seeing like what is the best transformations, best results, things of that nature, anything that comes up. We'll have surprises as well. But the three of us also talked about it of having a bit of a wager. We said we'd postpone it till this week's. Gentlemen, thoughts, ideas, anything like that, what we should wager, any of that stuff.
I mean, I guess we need to discuss what the overall, what's winning or what's, is it? Because I don't think it could be most weight. I'd have to get real sickly to try to keep up with the weight loss here.
Yeah, super high school weight challenge.
Yeah. Well, so I guess what's the metrics, right?
To get to thick with 2 C's, bro.
What?
I'm trying to get to thick with 2 C's. I'm at 3 right now, man.
There you go. Okay. It's a weight gain challenge. I could hop on that one for a bit, but
I mean, that's for you. I'm trying to cut some weight.
Right.
man.
Yeah, we gotta come back to the drawing board now. I could.
I mean, for at least
What
the
you got?
three of us, we have the Seek True, so we can just see like how we did that competition last year. See who has the best true body score.
Okay.
And as for any participants that we have for it, if they all come around, we can figure out prizes afterwards, and it can be like weight loss, inches, things of that nature, since not everybody has access to the Seek True.
We should run two. You just gave me an idea. We won the single true body score, right? And then it'd be you plus say we top 3, and whoever got the high score out of all that, because the score goes up, right, on the Seeker as the higher your body score get.
Yeah, I think it's like the best improvement on the true body score is what it is.
Yeah,
So,
because like 100
if you lose more fat and gain more muscle, or if you lose more fat and maintain muscle, you're not going to have as much of the points, I guess you could say.
Yeah, okay, so that's right. So yeah, we just like that way. So it would be individualized for us 3. Then that way we have one to motivate our team. So that whoever has the highest combined score, they're like, let's say you and your top 3 contenders or 2. So that way, man, it'd be a little team thing.
Okay. I mean, I'm down for it.
Add the numbers up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, take the
Real brother.
average.
Yeah.
I mean, like I said, I'm the biggest of the three, so y'all are screwed.
Yeah. Was that a slick shot, Tyler? I feel like that was a slick shot. I definitely did.
Is it overall
I don't
improvement
think
in
he
the number,
was.
or is it just the best number to finish?
I saw it. I thought he was trying to hit us with the game in the middle of this thing. He was like,
Missed opportunity, dang it.
I saw it, and I was like, Q called you out on it. And I was like, well, I don't think he was doing that. No.
Nah, there's a legit itch in the side of the face. Did you see the one at the end of the
Yeah.
broadcast, or at the end of our chat midweek there, Will?
No.
He got it perfect. It
I
was a
threw one
perfect
up on
frozen
the,
one.
like the freeze frame, like as like we were shutting down. He was like, I saw that.
Damn, no, I didn't see it. I didn't see it. Yeah, no, I didn't see it. And yeah, I wasn't, because I know like when I was going through it, the last one, it was a bunch of banter at the end, and I was like, just cut all this.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. See,
all
the
right.
cool part is they can come in from like anywhere here, like all sorts of angles.
Now the game is
Look, I
gone
was about
digital.
to say, and then it begins. I'm not going out like that.
Yeah.
I'm not going.
Well, on that note, I will share this. As I've mentioned before, the three of us work together. Myself and Tyler, we've known each other for a few years, and Q came into this group a little over a year and a half ago. Anyways, we have a game that we play at work, and so maybe you're eligible to play this game at your work without getting in trouble. Here's hoping. I'm not trying to get anybody an HR visit by any means.
Yeah, we gotta give a disclaimer.
Discretion.
Yeah, discretion. So
disclaimer warning. This game
we work in a gym, and we can get away with a little bit more of these types of things. Anyways, if you have ever seen the movie Waiting, it's a Ryan Reynolds movie. This is kind of where this game originated a little bit from.
It originated from a bad day at work is what it originated from.
I mean, that's true. But so me and Tyler started this, and it kind of organically came about. Anyways, we decided the game is trying to be discreet-ish and creative with giving somebody the middle finger. It cannot be rude and blatant and almost disrespectful. You've got to be creative. You got to be sly about it. Maybe a couple people see it from time to time. In our line of work, we have clients. Tyler's the one that broke the seal on having clients get you. So it's just a little fun thing that we all do as a team. And, it's just finding little ways of giving the bird. But like I said, it's all fun and games, and it is not
from
being
a place
just
of love.
blatantly. Yeah. When me and Tyler started it was basically our way of saying good morning. And so if you're in a position or a job that you have some, coworkers that maybe you could get away with, hey, it's a lot of fun. And, it even turned into there's a few of our coworkers that lately have been getting me with the drive-by. They've been getting me outside of work. As soon as I go to my car, they're waiting. And I'm like, that's rude. Like, you can't. I'm off the clock.
Beautiful, beautiful place to lay an ambush, though.
I mean, I'm just as guilty. I've gotten both of you numerous times in the parking lot. So, right? I mean, Jeremiah, like, damn near followed me to my house once. He was like sticking his hand. I mean, it looked like a hate crime. I'm not gonna lie. This man driving his car. And this man looked like Big Country, and he got his arm out the window, flipping me off on the freeway. I was like, call the cops on you, man. Yeah, I mean, it's on brand for him. So
you gotta have props available and ready.
Oh, wow.
It's like a big foam finger.
Hey, you know what? You guys can go ahead and scan this barcode right here, this QR code.
On me, scan that barcode, you will be invited.
You're right. Yeah, you may not like the message, but
I'm gonna go to the comment section to see all emoji fingers.
God, that's how we get canceled right there for derogatory language. But the nice thing is I've already labeled this as explicit, so it doesn't really give a shit.
We in the game, coach. In the game.
I put it on YouTube, and it says, "Is this allowed for kids?" Fuck no.
Yeah. Keep your kids at home.
Don't listen to us like that. That's not.
With the whole day spell. Remember, you better keep your kids.
I mean, it's already bad enough. My kid talks like me, and I'm just like, shit.
It's worse.
All right. Okay. So, yeah, Dad Strong Challenge starts March 1st, 12 weeks. If you're interested, please message us. We're on Instagram, we're on Facebook, YouTube. You can comment and let us know. The cost is $400. That's $400, 12 months or 12 months. Wow. 12 weeks of just dedicated workouts, nutrition advice, habits, everything like that. Plus the fun competition of competing with people you know, or maybe you're just now meeting, and the community of dads just being healthier and both mentally, or triple threat, I guess you could say, mentally, physically, and spiritually. I mean, it is definitely altering your spiritual soul when you get yourself into a position where, as one point in time, as I mentioned before, we've done athletic stuff in our day, and maybe we want to get back to that level, or just depending on how old your kids are, we want to be able, I've got a goal. My 6-year-old, he's never going to beat me in a race. And so I will be crippled before that actually happens. So I'm just
Oh,
saying.
hey, it's Father's
Well,
Day in May.
that's a countdown.
Right. No, Father's Day is in June.
Okay, so that's when the tournament ends, right?
March, April, May. It would be the start of June. So, yeah.
Okay,
Because we're
so
starting March 1st. So 12 weeks, 3 months. So yeah, we'll go right into June for it. So we could have our victory party on
yeah, I'm saying
Father's
it's
Day.
Father's Day cookout for the victors here because we're all gonna be hungry.
I mean, what
Me.
is that? Too Fast, Too Furious, Tyrese, like pockets ain't empty, cuz we hungry.
Nothing but protein cookout.
Yeah.
Everything's protein yogurt, protein peanut butter.
Oh my
Protein,
goodness.
protein, protein.
Do you find yourself skeptical of all the new products that are coming out, like protein? Like I saw protein
Yeah.
Cheerios.
Man, I see protein Pop Tarts. I'm like, come on.
Stop,
Yeah,
Yeah.
stop.
So protein's like the new man. What was the phrase they were
It's a
doing?
trigger word. It's just
Yeah. They were like, look, we're gonna study
it's
all
like,
this BS, but we'll put protein on it. And you're gonna buy it.
yeah.
mm-hmm. Oh, it used to be whole
I saw,
grains. Everything's whole
Yeah,
grains,
whole grain. That's what it
right.
was.
made
Whole
with
grain.
whole grains.
100% whole
I
wheat.
mean, I
Heart
saw,
healthier.
Yeah.
This is good for your muscles
Yeah.
now.
Everything was 100% whole wheat. That's what it was. Yeah.
Man, get out of here. Get out of
I
here
mean,
with
I've
all that.
already got an issue. Most people notice, but like people that go online and are like grocery store fear mongering, I can't stand you. Like you need to go away.
Don't
But I saw
eat
some guy.
bananas.
Yeah, it's like, but this guy was talking about he had a jar of Skippy peanut butter and it said protein on it. And he was just like, oh, it has this oil and this oil, and these are seed oils. So you definitely don't want to eat this. And he just went down the list, and it cut to another guy. And he's like, what do you have against peanut butter?
Oh,
Leave it alone.
I've seen that. I've seen that.
Like,
I've seen that.
but it had like, I think they added like 5 grams of protein to it. So they're like, it's protein peanut butter. I'm like, man, that's not right. I can't deal with it. It's like even Starbucks. Oh, hey, protein cold foam, and it's like $9. I'm like, just because you use some protein milk, which I just whatever. They're like, hey,
It
we
could
have
just be plain milk.
yeah, they have Fairlife milk that has more protein, so we're gonna make it into a cold foam,
Yeah.
and there's your protein.
How much of that protein did they cook right out of it? Like,
Right.
I mean, facts. Yeah, no, I'm not a fan of how like they're just trying to make
bandwagon
everything. Well, yeah, it's either bandwagoning or you're supposed to be fearful of everything. I mean, I'm sure both of you
Yeah.
have seen those like reels that it's like, hey, trying to eat healthy in whatever year it is, and it's like, I'm gonna make some eggs, and it's like, don't eat eggs, like, you know,
whatever you do. It's like, oh, the guy from the future comes back. Whatever you do, don't eat eggs.
yeah, or it's like,
we got that all wrong. Sorry.
yeah, or I've got some. Oh, I'm
Eggs
gonna
are
have a
actually
cup
good
of
now.
coffee. Coffee's bad for you, and it's just like, oh God, I cannot. So that's why I'm always a big fan of like, eat what you want in moderation. The poison is in the dose, right? And
Right.
we know this if we eat enough. So it's guilty. Okay, all right. So before we get into this dad bod conversation, next thing we'll talk about is the weekly dad win, dad fail. So once again, we'd like you guys to participate. If you have anything that is a win or fail or both, please let us know. We'd love to hear your stories. We'd like to share them on here as well. So since Q started us off with the jokes, Tyler, I'm going to have you start off with the win or the fail. If you only have one,
All
or
right.
if you have both.
Yeah, I got a dad win for sure here. I'm kind of thankful we got postponed in our filming because it happened yesterday. My daughter kind of came to me a little frustrated, like turned into a conversation. Hey, what's going on? telling me about how frustrated she is with her math and couldn't figure it out. And she came and asked me if I could help. I'm like, one, she doesn't ask for help very often because she's really smart and usually capable and figures things out on her own. So I was like, all right, what is it? And then she like kind of told me about her math and she's like, oh yeah, I'm struggling with long division. I'm like, okay. And then she went to soccer and I was like, well, shit, I don't remember how to do long division like handwriting it. So like I'm at her practice with my phone out watching YouTube videos on how to do long division. I'm like, well, I don't
Smart
know where
man.
they are.
Smart
I
man.
don't know where they are in long division. Like, it's fifth grade, but like, are they doing decimal points? Are they doing, how many zeros after a number are they putting? Like, so I had to do some studying before she got off of practice, and it was up to like it was like 9:30 last night before we finally got done with her homework and
Oh my
figured out.
god,
And then
yes.
I'm trying to analyze like how and what mistakes she was making like along the route. And I'm sitting here like I was never good at math. Like I'm not qualified for this, but I did
There you
it.
go. There you go. Have you ever watched that Joe Coy stand up where he talks about
Maybe.
he's like when you were growing up in 7th grade and you weren't very good at math, like he's like you're not going to be able to help your kid when it's their time. He's like me and my
Hmm.
son are failing.
Yeah, yeah. I
It's
can I can get it for a while, but it's not like locked into the brain, for use 10 years down the road.
Yeah, I mean, I remember that we all went through it, right? It's like you need to know these things because you're not going to have a calculator with you every single time. And
Mm.
now I laugh because I'm like, oh yeah, I got a calculator on my phone, off, you know.
Huh?
But yeah, no, and I had somebody tell me once, they're like, well, aren't you Asian? So you should be good at math. I was like, oh, not that kind of Asian. Nope, sorry, not this world. Nope, this Asian don't do math. So
You there.
I'm getting better though, because the little one's like learning how to do. He's like, "What's 100 plus 100?" I'm like, "Ooh, I got this all day."
You get
Mhm,
better and you
mhm.
getting more better at navigating AI.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just hit that button on the side. Hey, what is this?
Then you gotta look at your kid like, do you
Mhm.
know it? You said no.
Right. Well, that's good. Doing the work so that you can look like a superhero.
You
I
got
love it.
to.
So yeah.
Hey.
I mean, my win, two things. I would say apparently my food isn't a thing, so I don't know. But it's a win for me too. I will say this. So I don't know if you guys have seen this, but there's some like viral trend that was going on for a while, but I saw it and I had to try it finally. So you take Greek yogurt and you put graham crackers into like slices of graham crackers into the yogurt and then just let it sit for like, I don't know, an hour or two and it tastes like cheesecake. And I can sit here and vouch. It was amazing, and my son loved it,
That
and
crust
it was
texture.
like,
It was
yeah, well, the no, it actually softens it up, and it
Did you have to
makes
get like
you
vanilla
can,
flavored Greek
but
yogurt or something, or just
I
plain?
used I used peach and then mixed up the Chobani peach and then put the graham crackers in. I had
Well,
a peach
yeah,
cheesecake.
because
it
it's
just
like
sounds like some
sweetened
Will thing.
though.
He didn't just go with the basic. He had to
Yeah.
add a flavor
Whoa,
to it.
whoa. But
Yeah.
the
Actually,
main
I
thing
went to the
is
store, got peach flavored, sliced
it's
up my
fine.
own peaches and threw them in there too.
Yeah, yeah,
Hey, you know what?
Just
Don't be a
like
hater. Don't be a
just like
hater.
that. Like,
I don't even give a shit. It was delicious, first of all. But no, because people have been experimenting with it. You can put other things, like somebody made like a tiramisu one. Anyways, I digress because it was delicious. Both me
what
and the
sort of
kid loved
YouTube
it.
rabbit holes are you falling down, bro?
We don't need that's a whole separate episode. We don't need to go down that route.
Yeah,
uh,
don't look.
yeah, right. The other one was like my kid is 6, and if you've been a parent any length of time, or if you've seen stuff like you understand, like kids get tired, they fall asleep in random places is what I've seen and been told. My kid does not do that. And when he gets tired, he gets more energized like the zoomies. And I was telling the story earlier today, like I've got a giant beanbag here and he like swan dives into this thing like WWE, like swanton bomb, face plants in the beanbag and just tries to wake himself up. And the other day he was just laying on the couch watching some kids YouTube, some Minecraft videos, and I looked over and he was zonked out. I was like, oh my God, yes. And then I picked him
Hmm.
up to go to bed and then he woke up. But still, I had the moment. He was just chill and he fell asleep. I was like, you know what? I'm going to take it. It does.
yeah,
I don't know if it'll ever happen again, but damn it,
take those.
I got it.
You gotta take
I
those.
will.
Yeah.
Does he ever fall asleep in the car?
He used to when we had the full size car seat when I had one of those, but now I've got just the booster seat. He can't fall asleep in that thing. So
No, see with it depends if you can lean the seat back or not.
no.
If you can lean the seat back, that's in our newer vehicle now. So my son's still on a booster, and like if you lean the seat back, then you can like kind of like lean against the part of the seat that's not,
Yeah.
tilted back too, and he goes out.
Yeah, I don't have that luxury. So,
Yeah. Third row.
yeah, well, you know what? I'll swap you. You can have the Honda, and I will
Yeah.
take your tank of a vehicle.
Camry? Camry? Is that
I don't know what's bigger, an Accord or a Camry.
same?
Yeah,
I don't know.
the one's rounded and
Maybe about the same.
Wow, haters. All right, Q, what you got?
all right. So when dad win to me, I have to go down to my youngest daughter, you know. So we joined Super League, well, soccer league. So kind of been like being tested these first two games. You know, one game was a draw, then we lost again. The rainy Saturday, it was cold. So you know, you go watch a kid, you drive a hell far, watch me lose in the rain, it just sucked, right? And then the coach just started my daughter. Like, I'm not saying she deserves to be started, but like, you know, you have a team together and you have like a tone setter. You put that tone setter in, so that way you set the tone. So that didn't happen. So me and my daughter talked, man. And my win is like, shoot, well, we found a way for her to be receptive. Because you have any kids that play sports, trying to tell them how to play or what to play, what to do, it's a challenge. You know, they don't think you're right. I was like, look, baby, like you play, you're a leader, so be vocal. The more vocal you are, the more tone. My daughter's out there, hey, mark up, check up, like from the jump. And we went out there, smashed the team 2-0, set the tone, and like just to see her face on the ride home, you know, of course she asked for something to eat. You know, she had a tax my pocket, but just to see like the aha moment in her face, I can tell like we're not going as players anymore. Like she's going for that leadership position. I can say like that Kobe Bryant looked as a kid or Michael Jordan,
Ooh, the
like,
Mamba.
yeah, like this is my
That
game. Like
intensity
this
lit
is my,
up. Yeah.
yeah, she like it's her. Oh, right then they come up the dad fella of the week was. So, you know, I speak about the basketball team getting her child from varsity. I missed the first
Mhm.
game. I forgot about it. I was not there. I'm at home sleeping on the couch like, hey baby, what happened to you? She said, yeah, we had a game. I'm like, how'd you do though? So, you know, it's just the season. I gotta
Yeah.
start sticking to a calendar, make a calendar.
Yeah, dude, the amount of calendar work in apps, and if my wife wasn't on top of that stuff 24/7, I'd be struggling with more of that too. Like, I mean, even every once in a while we'll miss like a practice or something because they moved it last minute. But the amount of like I think we have how many different communication apps that I have? Mojo, Game Changer, Paymetrics, and Sports Engine on my phone that I have to keep track
Jesus.
of like all the stuff that comes through. It's like, come on, can we
I can
consolidate, please?
right. I
Make me an app that just puts
think
all those apps into one app.
I mean, there's your meal ticket right there. Just do it yourself and you be rich.
Hey, you
Yeah.
know, we older now. We're tired of me learning code. Just look, you
I
set it on
mean,
the internet. Somebody's gonna
you
create that for you right now.
right. You better go to
Please do.
ChatGPT and be
Please,
like,
I'd love
"Hey,
you for it.
I need you to write me an app to do put this app, this app, this app, and this app, put it all together. Fucking copyright that shit."
Mhm, mhm.
Um, yeah, I don't like I said, I I look forward to some of that, but I'm very grateful that I don't have that. You know,
Yeah.
the only thing I have is a schedule with his mom, but that's already set in stones unless things change, like somebody's on vacation or has family coming into town or whatever the case is. I don't know.
Well,
Yep.
enjoy it while it lasts.
And
Once
I
he get
mean,
to
yeah,
I,
school,
every stage has its ups and its downs,
eh,
though. You know.
well, and I mean, like I said, it's one of those things. I obviously love being a dad, but it's like, my 2 days 2 or 3 days that I normally don't have him. It's like, you know what? It's a blessing. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah,
It's like obviously
production goes
we
up.
want to,
All of a sudden, you
you
get
know,
20 texts from Will.
yep.
like,
Yeah, when I don't have my kid, all of a sudden I get a lot of work done. I tell you what,
Yeah,
it's all one sided too. I'll be like, hey, what do you guys think about this and this and this and this? And I'm ghosted every week.
crickets.
Yeah. I feel like if I don't send the messages probably on Friday, I have a better chance of getting received messages back. But Mondays and Tuesdays, y'all ain't responded. So
I live with my
That's the
kids and they
problem.
still don't text me back. My kids, I live with.
Yeah.
I'll be downstairs like, hey, bring me a pillow. They text me back 2 days later. Daddy still need that pillow.
Better bring it to me now.
We,
I'm at work.
we did.
it's okay because I've called Q out at work and I'm like, hey, did you get that message? He'd be like, oh, yeah,
I still got
I typed it
afterwards.
up, but I didn't send it.
All right, so
That's a classic.
you, how many
That's
times
a
you do that?
classic
I
move
don't
right
look at the
there.
draft and I'm like, ooh, this is right there in the trash.
Shit. I mean, I've done that with clients who've messaged. I'm like, ooh, I, s- I didn't hit send. My bad.
hmm I do that thing where you glance at the message when you don't have time to write back. Yeah, all right, I'll get back to that in a minute. And I
Yeah,
forget about it.
I've done that where I'll get a message in the middle of the day and I'm like, oh, it's a long message or something asking and I'm busy at the moment. And I'm like, yeah, I'll remind myself to do it, but I just need to mark it as unread so it stays notified in my phone. But I don't
And
ever, I'm terrible about it. So yeah.
I do like that
All
my
right.
messages prompts me to write people back sometimes. I'm like, oh, I guess I haven't responded to that in a day.
Yeah, no, mine does that for the email, but I don't get it for text messages. So unless I hit
Yeah.
unread, so I'm gonna try to have extra notifications. The hell with that. So okay, all right. So the topic at hand today. So the dad bod. So the three of us talked about this. Obviously, we've mentioned we are in the fitness industry as well. Between the three of us, we've got over 30 years of experience doing this, and being dads, of course, of all different ages, and helping people in our daily lives as professionals as well. We see him come and go. Some struggle with it more so than others. You've got the dads that are super ripped, super fit, and you've got other dads that are just functioning. And then you've got other ones that, shit hit them sideways and now they are way, way overweight. And then there was the whole thing of like, having the dad bod is apparently a good thing to talk, to be about. So, anyways, so we're going to talk about it here and all the things that come with it. And I guess we'll start off with the question is like, do you believe in the dad bod as a good thing, or is it more so a negative thing? Like, is it I don't want to say failure, but as we talked about earlier, is it just as an excuse? Like, oh, hey, I'm a dad, I'm busy. Tyler just talked about the 7,000 apps he has on his phone that, he spends most of his day looking at just those apps to figure out what he's going to do and when he's going to poop.
It's
He's like,
not on the calendar. Sorry. Can't happen
he
today.
said,
Listen,
he
not
said,
time for the shit. Not time.
I got a bowel movement between 2 and 3 p.m. All right.
I'm going to throw that on the Google Calendar and see if Casey
Right.
catches it.
Please do. God, that's going to be great. She's going to be like,
Scheduling.
what
I
the
know.
fuck? You
What
have a
is
bowel movement scheduled?
what is what does the deuce mean?
Can you imagine using that with your old lady as an Uno reverse card? Let's say, hey, babe, you want to go meet shopping? Say,
My
I have a shit scheduled for 4 p.m., so I can't. I can't. You see this.
It's like what was it? I saw something. It was like, oh, men versus women, and it was like men go to shower, and it was like 9:01. Man goes into the bathroom. 4. Man comes out of the bathroom, showered, ready to go. Right, and it's like do this, do this. And it's like man goes to the bathroom at say 9:01, 9:45, still hasn't come out of the bathroom.
Hey, I'm done. I said it to my cheeks with me. I'm like, man, good. And then look, I'm about to open
Yeah.
the door. I'm about to flush. And I hear, yeah, stop it. Well, I'm going to sit here for a little longer.
Nope, it's a sanctuary. I tell you what, it's
I'm
not. I ain't
safe.
messing with it.
I'm at peace. I'm good.
Watch
Yep.
one more video. Here we go.
Man,
Oh, I think this game is calling me to play it. Okay. Start a new level? All right. Or let me read this sports article for the 17th time. So,
man.
yeah. So, what do you guys think about the dad bod? What is your thoughts and things of that nature?
Like, just
Man.
jumping off like what you read right there. I'm kind of saying it depends on like the mental state. Like, where you at today, why? You know what I mean? There's a time like when you're saying overweight, there's a couple of my guys in construction, that works the 12, that's overwork that really didn't have the time. I know some of them, when I was doing construction and things like that, it depended, when their headspace was cool, it wasn't a bad thing. They did what they did, they got in, some were still jacked. Then you had the other ones that rode the forklift that kind of weren't too happy in their life, like that had the bigger belly that how do you hear him coughing all the time, you know what I'm saying? His lunch is dirty, so yeah, you know what I mean? They're still smoking a cigarette while he's eating the cheeseburger. You get
Oh,
what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah. He
Like,
said, I'm
so
doubling down.
yeah, so I guess like before we
Mhm.
can like dive into it, like you got to associate where the headspace is at while you're carrying that. Because you can be in that good headspace and have that happy weight on right now. You got no obligations at the moment. Not necessarily say you're giving up on being healthy, You just really
I
kind of in a
think I
moment.
think yeah, I think that's a huge part of it, but I think a big chunk of it too is like, where your goals at, like what's your expectation of yourself too, right? Like
Mhm.
if you expect
Right.
yourself to hold a certain, body weight or musculature or just overall physique and you're not doing that, then I don't think you're going to be all that happy if you do put on some weight. If you are like, oh yeah, I'm just always kind of like this, and this is how I present.
Yeah,
Uh,
Right.
and that's a good space for you, then yeah, I think you can be just fine there. So, I think as long as is your like you're saying the mental game's right, but like, a big chunk of that too has to do with health markers. Like if you're getting
mhm,
some blood work done or you're going to your checkups and you're noticing, numbers are way off or you're not in a state of health that you should be, then kind of doesn't matter exactly what you think anymore. It's and at that point now it's going to has the possibility for affecting those around you if you're
yeah,
getting sick and not able to you know stick around for the long haul, right?
yeah, exactly.
Right. Right. Yeah, I think every guy has reached that point where they've gained weight, especially within fatherhood or anything else, and you may not be happy with it, or and you know it. You allow things to look. Shit happens, right? We all know it. We've been there. We've all had kids to where it's like you try to be there for your partner and the mom, and sacrifices are made and stuff like that. I think that when the dad bod phrase became a perceived positive outlook, it gave a lot of people basically a rite of passage, like a staple, right? Like, oh, I don't have to work as hard, or maybe your lady or whatever said, like, hey, I like the dad bod. So it's like, I don't have to put that kind of effort into it. Or so I get a pass, right? You get the hall pass to some degree, but then I feel like after enough time, one, it weighs on you literally,
Yeah,
on the physically, but even the mental side of things. As males, we just want to provide for our families and for people. It's just integrated in our DNA. And then when you can't do these things the way that was done at one point in time, and then you've got your partner or whatever the case is that starts to look at it and it builds. So people took the dad bod as like, oh, hey, I like a little thickness on you, and
mhm,
then you let it go even more, and then when you try to get back, and then it was like,
Well,
well,
if a
actually, I
little's
prefer
good.
you.
right,
Right, right, and then I prefer it to be like I'd prefer you to be a little bit more in shape, and then
mhm,
like I said, resentment builds, and people take subtle jabs, so to
yeah,
speak.
they do. Because man, you just like remind me like you going back to what you said. It's like when Rick Ross shirt off days was out like a couple years back. I was okay. I was like my
Hmm.
late 20s, early 30s. So I'm out there fat, shirt off, feeling cool, feeling good. Like yeah, I'm good. And then like you said, then the more like as you go to age, and then the more you start to realize like. Hey, because it depends on the friends too. Like when my friends were around drinking, we was good. I had a beer belly, it was okay. You get around like a younger crowd, or you start to see that's when you're in the swimming pool with the white beater on. You're telling everybody you don't care, but you still got the white beater on. You know what I'm saying?
You got that, you got that tall T.
I've been at that phase, you know?
Start going in with a sweatshirt
Yeah.
on, wondering
And,
what the hell's going
Hmm.
on.
and you just make that down on my head.
It's because of the sun. I was just about skin
Yeah,
damage.
exactly.
I'm not trying to get any darker.
Right, right. But yeah, man, the lag on like I definitely get that, what you like leaning on, It's like a couple
Yeah.
factors, because like once you start to get older, and like to me, I feel like the more I got, more responsibilities came up. Because like my mid 20s to early 30s, life was kind of good. I'm flying, all the things are coming together. Not too conscious on my health, so I'm still living with that, Superman mentality. Like everybody said,
Right.
30 hits, people like, oh man, mid age, where the time's
Right.
gone. Can I
I
do this
mean
now? Do I want to do this now?
Hmm. Hmm.
I mean, I just turned 44 and I'm over here like I'm gonna still outwork 20-year-olds.
Oh my
I mean, I
God.
may be down for the count for a week and a half, but damn it, I'm still gonna do it. So I like to look at it as like, yeah, it was a thing, and now it's like let's try to redefine it, right? What does that look like? Because you got different ages, right? If you're a dad in your mid 20s, that's going to look very different than in your 40s or your
Mhm.
50s, whatever the case is. What was I watching? Oh, I was watching a video interview with Tony Robbins, and I think oh God, man, he's like in his 60s or something. And he just had a kid a few years ago. And I was like, what? I'm like,
Mhm.
man, but that man's got so much energy and he's just like, I look forward to he's like, I'm a grandfather. And I'm like, and you just had a new kid? Holy hell.
Yeah, that's a whole restart right
So
there. I don't know.
right. So, it's
Right.
it's kind of redefining, what a dad bod looks like and really the accountability of that person, right? Because some people, I mean, you can see those people coming from a mile away that are just like unhealthy. They don't give a shit. They've checked out and they're just like, this is who I am.
Mhm.
And whether they are still with their partner or their partner doesn't care or whatever the case is, maybe they're both like not recovering from they just both went into that overweight side of things and then it just trickles down and you see the kids that are like that too because they're not taking care of themselves and poor habits add up and next thing you know it's just a bad day and
Yeah.
so
Or like you just
and
said, I was about to hit that on the head. Us being in like what we're doing now, like it just was the trigger one night you're not seeing is like you become depressed. I don't care what no man says. Like there are a lot of older men that I mean we've been doing business and talking to, they're just not happy at all. They wouldn't say they're depressed. Like, yeah, as you get that, like you just no energy. You just you by then you just already like accepted life for what life is. Because you threw your health
yeah.
away. You just they seem defeated is the word.
I
Yeah,
don't
and I
know
mean
how
they'll
many people
check
you
out
hear.
and then just be like, "Oh, I'm not no, it's too hard. It's too hard."
Mm-hmm.
And then,
Mhm.
you try to make up the reason like, "Oh, I went." And then if you don't have a good support system too, it's you're just never
Yeah.
gonna get it. You're perpetuating the cycle. So I'll
That's
go into this. What are some things besides being in the industry that we are in, but some tips and tricks that you can offer to the generalized public? Because we just talked about a lot of the things that affect us. And I know one thing, the three of us have talked about this before. I mean, Tyler's mentioned a couple times about the calendar. If it ain't on the calendar, it ain't happening, right? So
Mhm.
it's like, there's a huge community of obviously fathers and dads out there in the world. And as we get older as males, it's harder to make friends and
Yeah.
Yeah.
spend even just hanging out with
Yeah.
guys. It's like, what is the whole adage like, oh, I need to have a guys' night. And what does a guys' night look for like you guys? But it's like a lot of times it's just doing stupid shit or, sitting around or whatever the case is. I mean, I have like kind of right now one big guys' night every year, and I drive out to Eastern Washington for fantasy football, or I try to make it out every year. And it's just like we talk hella shit. We do gambling, we pick teams and drink a lot.
Mhm.
Simple creatures.
Hey,
But what is
fills the
some
soul.
like, yeah, right. I feel filled. Um, but what's some advice that you guys can offer that maybe helped snap you out of it? Or even if did you ever have that point in time where you were quote unquote the unhealthy dad bod and then heard that it was okay to have?
Ali, you want to take this one first?
Sure. So I
You
guess
are the skinny guy.
I was gonna
Yeah.
say I've never struggled with like I've never got to the point where I've been like really overweight. Like 215, 220 is probably my highest in
You
that
say 250
6 foot.
or
Like I
250.
215,
Oh,
like two.
I was
It
like,
was like 218.
Boo this
Yeah.
man.
said, hold a phone. When did you say you were 250? What the fuck?
Hey, I know you see my
I'm
face. I
like,
said, we gotta see it. We
yeah.
That's what
gotta
I'm
I
saying.
see
It
was
would
like,
Fat
hold
Tyler.
on.
I gotta see Fat
it
Tyler.
would take some work,
Said,
but like
called him Fat Tyler. Wow.
so
You
no. I
best
mean
believe
I
I'm going to
can't
AI the
say
shit out of that.
Create
yeah.
one, create one.
My alter. It's
Our
like
process at the gym, like, how we show an avatar? Yeah, we're about to make a Fat Tyler avatar.
yeah. This could
Right.
be my before and after photo for this.
Wow.
But no, like so I guess I haven't had to do like a real big drop or anything like that. But I mean, going from that like most recently in June, I started kind of trying to get back on my grind with eating healthy and getting my exercise in and whatnot, more regimented. And going from that 215 back down to like that 190 was a pain in the ass.
Yeah.
It took a lot more work than it used to for me. I used to like think about losing weight and it
The
you know
drop. Right there.
it drop off. I'm like, all right, I'm good. Nice high metabolism. Now
Then you hit 40.
40s hit.
Mhm.
It's a little bit slower, more of a grind, and I have to be more intentional about it. So, I guess my big, it's not a big secret, and you'll hear it from a lot of people, but making up enough food that I can pack some up for lunches and like, not be enticed to go and eat out at a fast food spot for lunch, or so pretty much locking down my breakfast and locking down my lunch usually leads me to a place where I'm, able to kind of maintain a weight or stay away from having that climb up. But kind of like you were saying with friends and activities, finding fun stuff to go out and do and keep you motivated to want to stay um in a nice manageable way is like, I look forward to snowboarding in the winter, right? And I can't do most sports anymore that I used to like to do, but like I go and play pickleball in the summer. And I want to be able to move my body at least enough to do some things. I know that if I got an extra 30 pounds, bouncing on top of my knee joints, come summertime when I'm trying to move around, uh, makes it harder to move. So yeah, I think
Yeah.
having that right motivation and trying to keep your mind right and stay on top of it as best as possible, so you don't have to do these giant swings, right?
Right.
Yeah.
What do you think has been the biggest motivation factor? Because you hear things all the time about like motivation isn't real, or it's made up, or it's just an excuse word,
Yeah.
right? You either do it or you don't, right? And if
Discipline.
sometimes people say like, I mean, all three of us know, like we ask at the gym quite regularly, like, hey, what's
Mhm.
some things that is preventing you from achieving goals, and you hit with the motivation, and it's like, oh, so are you motivated now? And they're like, no. So
Mm.
like, what's
I got,
something for you
I,
that
yeah,
worked?
I got two pretty quick ones. One is like I've always wanted to be a part of whatever my kids were doing. If they want to, go out and throw a ball around, or shoot hoops, or like, and I keep up with as much as I can, like go for a bike ride. Like I want to be able to hop on and not think twice about doing that kind of stuff, and not be like, oh, I'm going to be, winded, or I don't have the energy to go and do that. So
Mhm.
like I want to be, able bodied enough to participate in that. And then another big motivation factor is, I remember one time my dad walked up to me and patted my stomach. He's like, "Oh, you're getting a little thick in the
Man,
middle,"
I
and I
was
was like,
just
"Ooh, what?"
facts.
and and that the power of that for me, like it was like I locked
Yeah.
in like that night, like and I think I remember like, what, like you're bigger than I am, or
Yeah.
that popped
Right.
into my head first.
Man,
But
Right.
then
so many
after that
times.
I was like, but he knows what, like he knows how I usually look, or how I usually want to operate, or
Right.
how I want to be.
And look, to piggyback
And it
off
might have
that,
been yeah.
like I agree, just to piggyback mine, like that was my wake up call. Like, especially like tell my story real quick. It was like I was always physically fit. Like until I was the first of my friends started having kids. Hence I got the oldest kids in the group, right? So like it was to the point where, like when people would come up to see you, like, damn Q, you got big. And at the point it was the point where we laugh until like you stop laughing. And people will go out their way just to say that, because like it was not the shame, but like they knew that at one time people looked up to you. They looked at you, comments about they couldn't wait to say it in the group, right? If you got fat, and I'm like, and to the point like it's not even funny no more, to the point like, okay.
Yeah.
And
Mhm.
so
Well,
like then
then
like
you.
Tyler said, like I learned to tie it in like my kids, so like they all played sports. I wrapped it in, so it's go, go, go. And then you start to get in there, you start to see some of the dads that's active with their kid. He walks in, he looks like the superhero dad that plays catch, that can get the football off the roof. I don't know if you see that commercial. So you start to realize, like Tyler said, I want to keep up with my kids. I want to be that dad that, hey, you want to come play soccer with us? Not looking over there and joking like, your
Right.
dad
Mhm.
can't play. And like, my kid,
Yeah.
yeah, because you start
Yeah.
like your kids look up to you. You feel that, like without even saying the word. Like you do something
Mhm.
amazing, you pick up the lawnmower with two hands, just shake grass out of it. They're looking, oh my, why did I did that?
Yep.
And
Mhm.
kind of like the reinforcement to like, damn, they're watching every little move, and my own
Yeah,
happiness is
I think
tied in.
motivation, and like motivation to be a better you, and then like,
Hmm.
I think
Exactly.
like I don't think you should lead with shame, but every once in a while, like hearing those kind of comments coming your way, and be like, well, I don't think it came from a place of like him trying to
Mm.
uh uh be like beat me down,
I think
but
it's
more
Right.
more
so
so
like,
like how you interpret it is like that little voice. He just spoke with that little voice in the back of your head and
yeah,
said,
right.
"Okay, that's what
Oh,
we
he
do
lit a
as
little
man.
fuse. He lit a little fuse in
We
my
do
Well.
head.
that
I'm like,
as
all
man.
right,
Like we
you
take,
son of
like
a.
we think,
Well.
yeah, yeah. Because we do
Yeah.
that as man. We take like the insecure part. We make a joke about it with the other person to let you know that, hey,
Yeah,
I
and especially especially if you big now. Now you the funny fat guy is what
Yeah,
that turned into.
yeah,
Be like, but and then
You can be funny and skinny too,
yeah.
yeah, it's,
Okay.
yeah. I mean, I don't know. I think you lost your humor since you became skinny.
Just, just standing up top,
Damn.
standing up top.
Gotta lose
You
that
know,
weight somewhere.
well, this summer he was just hitting a little bit punchier, and then he got skinny, and he just it kind of dropped off.
Just because his chin is chiseled out, he likes to put it in the air.
Right? Yeah. He's like speaking.
See how sharp that is? See how sharp that is?
Speaking of leading with shame, he's like, "Oh yeah." No, I agree with that. Like, I think the shame is a default mechanism for us. At times, it's
Mhm.
like whether you make your own joke at yourself, your own expense, or somebody else makes a joke, or how many times have somebody said something to you where, like, Tyler, you mentioned about your dad, and it's like somebody hits you with something, and you're like, "Ooh." Ooh, that landed a little
It
bit
didn't
differently, and
well, especially when it comes from like an older gentleman, like my dad did. He's like, it's like the exception. Like they see you making the same type of mistakes they did. I feel like that's a banter as well. My dad
yeah,
was like, I
yeah,
remember joking with him when I was younger, like, damn, I'm not gonna get like you did. It'll be a trick all my life. They did now. It's supposed to speed up 20 years later, but they was like, see that belly came in. He was like,
yeah.
ah.
That burns
I
a
was
little bit.
is the thinnest one of the fam, and now it's like, oh, yeah, it's creeping up there, but we're not gonna allow that to get any further.
There's a ceiling.
Yeah, no, you know what?
Yeah,
I mean, I will say that my biggest I've ever been was 260, and I haven't hit that yet. So,
I was
I
240.
mean,
You're
I got
saying
close.
yet like you anticipate going that
No,
high again.
I said
You gotta knock
I'm
that
saying
self talk off,
the
Will.
challenge is going
I
to back
got
me up.
Yeah.
I got to 255. That's the closest I got back to
Okay.
260, and we're trickling down.
Tighten
We
up.
trickle down. Yeah, I mean, I will say a few years ago, after my son was born, so I probably like 2 years after he was born, we went to San Diego at the time when we were still, I was still married and still with the family. And I just, didn't feel good or whatever the case is, but I didn't realize like how far I had fallen or whatever all this other stuff. And then I remember seeing pictures and we
Mm,
were like at the beach and it was like no shirt on. I was like, "Oh, Lord have
mhm.
mercy."
I, I just seen
And
one the other day.
yeah, and even now it's like it's weird to be in a place because like I was definitely more unhealthy and embraced the dad bod then as a negative thing, but as a positive thing more so than now. Like I weigh more than I did back then, but I still look fitter than I did back then. I just turned into a lump, and I was like, "Holy shit, we need to make some changes.
Mhm.
Like this isn't gonna work for me anymore." And even now, it's like coming into the gym and opening up a new gym put a different perspective on my life and put a lot of pressure and stress and a lot of things where back in the day when I was just a trainer, you get to it's like I got clients, I got a gap, let me work out. And then I didn't have that luxury, and now that I'm back into that world of like I don't have any clients, I can work out. And even going into a new job, it's like, oh,
Yeah,
I don't care for it as much. And so now it's like getting back into it. And then
yeah.
hell, with the challenge, I'm competitive as fuck.
I would say,
So
as a dad, I feel like you always secretly care because, like, you just like spotted me. Like,
mhm.
I was looking at my pictures and like, I was always looking like, why do I look like I'm blowing? And I'm like, oh, because I'm sucking it in. Every picture I'm like, sucking it in, like, and I started like over the years. I'm like, I used to ask myself, like, if you really didn't care, why are you sucking it in the picture? Like, I'm holding my breath,
Yeah.
And like, so I always say, like, we just kind of like, I'm a man, I can lift weights. Cause if you just fear action about it, like, hey man, can I lift these weights? Can I get to it? You're like, I'll just do it later. I don't know how to do it, so I'm gonna figure this
Right.
out. Then you go in there and try to bench 225 off the bread, and you don't hit it. Then you kind of go, all right, I'm weak. And I feel like, man, I don't know if you ever done it. Like I've done those things. Like I'm gonna get in there just because my son's with me. I'm throwing 155 on the ball right away. Then while I'm lifting wrong, damage my shoulder. I'm not gonna make nobody. I'm hurt. I'm like, oh, we ain't going to the gym today. Ain't out of the mix. I'm like, it was like all these things that you keep saying, but you find out excuses to dodge it.
That's ego. That
Yeah,
ego
Yeah.
is a beast.
Yeah.
it is, man.
Absolutely.
It's hard. It's
Absolutely.
hard to ditch that ego and like admit that you're kind of starting not from scratch, but like back from where you left. Like
Hmm.
if it has been a year since you've been in the gym, you're not Like you might
Right.
not have lost like a ton of strength, but like I think about all that connective tissue that's kind of like been over on the couch, like yeah, I'm just
I tell
you're
you
not
what,
using me. I'm just
my
gonna relax.
humble point this time around, right? It's like I've got all the knowledge in the world in a sense to how to fix it, right? I help people this on the daily. Been doing it for a long time. I know all the concepts and I know the modalities and different ways to train and thinking outside the box and all these things that I'm known for and everything like that. And also going into that space of like, I know that I'm not where I was. So don't push yourself to where, like don't let the ego take over. However, on the flip side of that, I got to this point where I gave myself grace in a sense of like, hey, it's okay. You're doing something. But I gave myself too much grace to where I wasn't pushing myself hard enough. And when that epiphany moment hit, where it's like, no, as a
You
human, I
need,
need to fucking
yeah,
do hard things. And I would go, do a workout and like get tired and know that I can't do what I used to do in my brain, but then in a sense make an excuse of going, it's okay, you're just getting back to it. And it was like, you can still get back to it and fucking bust your ass and do hard shit.
And,
yeah,
You're
and
gonna
that's what's
hate it
great.
2 days later, but
Right. You hear me?
you
But
know,
that's what's great when coming up the challenge you did, right? So I'm a actually like a real life win. I never told you, gentlemen, that we do this. Like, man, when I got the job, so I passed my personal trainer in like 2 years ago. But like me not getting in shape in the struggle of doing that, I never pursued the job until I got the crunch, right? So then the motivate to change was this is why I say like being a man and having a group of friends helps, like working out with you guys or just working with you guys, like seeing the knowledge, seeing that thing. I mean, you
when you
well,
decide to work out with one of us,
yeah, exactly. And then, doing the workout with you though. That like that motivated like now I got some friendly competition because as a man, you need that rivalry, that count, especially play sports. Like it was a challenge to look
yeah, it
forward to,
helps.
like, yeah, and it gave me that motivation, like, man, I was not motivation, but I got a friend that's doing the same thing and I want him to see me and then we're working together. Like that really came in fruition with me, right?
Yeah,
I'm like,
you don't
so
want to
every day I
join
have
into a
something,
challenge
yeah,
and
I
have
come
your
in the
picture not
morning.
look as good as this guy's picture at the end.
Exactly. They're coming in Tyler doing this thing in the morning, wheel jumps and I'm like, now I'm obligated to do mine too. Because I can't be the only friend out the group.
I mean, it's not even like obligated, right? There's your motivation, right? It's like, we talk about this before, like it's a community, right? And
Hmm.
so I like to look at it as kind of like the wolf pack, not to quote the hangover or anything like that. We're talking about the three best friends anyone ever
Yeah.
had. But, if you've got a strong community, I mean, and we've seen it in the gym, you see the people that, that do work out with other people, whether they're super fit or not, things of that nature. And then you see the ones that are soloing it and applause to them, right? Everybody's there doing whatever they can do to better themselves. But the ones that have that pack and that community, it's just a better situation. You push harder, right? There was actually a study years ago that said like when working out with somebody, the people that are perceived as weaker or, don't have as much experience or whatever the case is, they're fearful of going to the gym. And then with that being said, being around people that are fit, it intimidates the shit out of them. And whether you're male or female, it doesn't really matter in this case scenario. But they said that if you are a stronger person, fit person, obviously bodies are very different. But if you work out with somebody that is quote unquote perceived like not as strong as you will actually have a better workout
Mhm.
with that person than you will with another strong person. It's like because one, we are inherently teachers and educators and we want to make sure they're right. And then, we lift a certain weight, that person knows they can't lift that, but they're going to strive to actually lift their weight. And they may even tell you, like, I think you can do more. Wait, what?
Mhm.
Okay. I mean, I did
Mhm.
it today.
Yeah, I
I
second
didn't
that
lift
motion.
anything. Some guy, I took kind of offense to this for a hot second. I was working out and I was talking to Austin, and some guy randomly came up. He goes, "Hey, you guys are trainers here. Mind you, Austin's in uniform. I am not." And I said, "Yeah, we work here." And he looks at Austin, looks at me, and he goes, "Can you spot me?" I was like, "Mother." fucker. Like, just pick the big dude. And I was like, that's fine. And so this man went to go squat like 375, I think it was, maybe 365. Anyways, and he was like, his lady was there, and I walked by her and she's like, yeah, he said I'm not allowed to. And so I went to do a spot. He was doing squats, back squats, and just the sheer presence, like the man struggled up for a hot second and then immediately got up. He's like all pumped up and jacked, like, my God, I can't believe that's a PR. And I'm like, dude, high fived and fist bump, shit like that. And his lady was like, yeah, I couldn't have done that. And I was like, actually, you could have, but I understand. And like, this dude was more pumped up that another big human was there helping him out, cheering him on. Cause I was like right behind him, like, you got it. I'm like, I'm not going to help you. And he was like, oh shit. And he got the weight up. Right. So it's just like having that community for it. And where, like I said, I agree with the motivation, but maybe not the obligation, right? It's just like, oh, hey, if people that I'm close with are taking care of their shit, like, why can't I do it? You find the reasons, you find the whys and stuff like that.
Like the sister shared out. Like, one thing you gave me advice on with me entering the training world. I noticed like you're less timid because now you're like, okay, I got things. You got somebody you can trust that. Like, because nowadays you can't really go to people with your timidness because they're gonna tell the world. You know what I mean? This is one point like, hey man, I like that. And then if somebody breaks it down, stop really and then you feel more like because we see people they want to do what they want to do. You can feel watching to the point I was like, I'll show you how to do this. That goes a long way with the community. Like I said, it's actual motivation. Like I see my homeboy do this. He taught me. I'm about to come in the next day acting like that exercise is mine. I done created it, and I'm gonna crush it. And then you're looking for your homeboy for approval, and he see you with that nod, like that's all it takes. He's like, it'd be like the simple things like that.
Just put the chest up a little bit.
Good.
I know.
You drop it, you turn around like.
I know you should see it, Tyler. Q be just chameleon and see like he'll see a movement you do or a movement I do, and he'll be like, and then all of a sudden you don't realize that his client's doing it, and then that person comes up to them and they're like, man, Q, thanks for this. This was the greatest exercise ever. Motherfucker, I taught you that shit.
No, that's been one of the better parts about working out at a gym, though, man.
Tyler, that happened today. So somebody caught me taking your move. And Will asked me something, doing the guy with the Dragon Ball.
I called him out. I said he was doing like what you do with the client that does the Dragon Boat racing on the cable machine.
Yeah.
And I was like, hey, yeah. He was like, yeah, that's what we're doing. I was like, oh, you straight up stealing that move.
She's been Dragon Ball paddle riding. Yeah, I never actually I've seen it one day and I said, went to my memory day. Oh no, you should have seen me steering me to set up. I was like, yeah. The Will's like, yeah, and you see Tyler do that like next day.
He said, I already put the patent in on this one.
You're like, no, she don't know. She's never gonna see Tyler. Fuck this shit. I would say
you
back
steal
in the
all
day,
you want, man. I don't care.
Me and Tyler, when we worked together all the time back in the day, like the same hours for the most part, it's like people hated it because I would do something, Tyler would do something, and we would both be with clients and we would pause and be like, wait a minute.
Yeah,
I like that. I'm totally stealing that shit. And I would walk up to him and I would have my client and I'd be like, you see this? I could have you do this. And I will next week.
I never do,
but that's like the best thing, right? Like that's where even like us together when we have so much fun on the floor, but we're always learning from each other where we know people that we've worked with in the past or whatever, especially in the gym industry that like are afraid of change, right? They're not willing to try something new, or the people talk a hellish shit and then they say, oh, I can do that. And then they don't realize how goddamn hard it is. Whatever the case is, but we don't judge them for it. We're like, yeah, shit's hard. Like, I don't do easy shit. And so, but we also know people that are so set in their ways. And so, it's really nice to like be around people that are open-minded and willing to, do things. I mean, me and Tyler talked about it once. One of a client that both of us have trained, she's like, I don't actually know which one of you is worse. And I was like, what? And she's like, you both are similar, but very different. And she proposed that I write up a workout, Tyler writes up a workout, Tyler does mine, I do his, and we see who survives. And she's like, and we will be on the sidelines making bets. I was like, no, I don't want to do that because me and Tyler will actually kill ourselves through the workout just to prove a fucking point.
Yeah, I can see that. I can see that.
I was like, no. And
it's I'm not coming to work for 2 weeks because I'm hurt, but I did it.
It's not even that I'm hurt. I'm in the ER, in the ICU.
Mhm.
because everything is broken on me. So, but no, it's really good to have like that community and of just being, like I said, open minded and like I said earlier, is it an excuse? Is it with the whole dad bod phrase, right? I think honestly, something we've chatted about outside of this is it is a thing. People have it, whatever, but really, truly nowadays, in a sense, redefining it, right? It can look different for every single person, and it could be just like you could be a little thicker, but like at the end of the day, we have to take care of ourselves so we can take care of others. Like
Yeah.
as
Yeah. You
humans,
want
That's
those
what it
other
boils
numbers
down
to
to.
look
aside,
good too.
yeah, as aside from being just dads, right? And wanting to be a provider for our families and our kids, right? As a human, we are on this planet to serve others. Like, there's nothing, in my opinion, anyways, better than when you help somebody out, right? Whether that be at work, whether that be your kids, whether it be a friend, whether it be coworkers, clients, whatever you do in life, like providing service, not a service, but service to other humans, right? I mean, really lights, people up, and it just does something with the brain. I mean, for me, I'm always been fitness is fun, but at the end of the day, I look at myself as an educator in all aspects. And my purpose on this planet is to teach and educate people in whatever facet it is, but really being intentful with that. And I think with this, with even redefining what a dad bod looks like, comparatively. I mean, we are prime examples. If you look at it, the three of us alone, we come from different walks of life. We have different upbringings, different dynamics with kids. I've got one, Tyler's got two, Q's got 17.
I don't think of it.
How many you got? He's like spirit fingers.
He said, I need extra hands. Hold on. But, and then we all have different experiences. I mean,
What is it for?
there's four.
Or yeah,
Yeah. And thought. uh but even like different,
Was my wife showing?
wow. Don't talk to Jeremiah,
Let
you're
me,
gonna get
let
that.
me zip that back up.
He said, hold on, let me put some more bass in my voice so you guys
yeah.
you get confused. You know how you ain't ready.
My bad.
The Barry White, hey, what are you talking about? But even like different experiences for even the age, like
Mhm.
I've had experience with older kids, with my stepkids that I used to have, that I was part of their lives on the regular. Now I just got the one little one, right? So it's really cool to be in a position where we can look at it and like, let's redefine it and how it works for you and be purposeful and, provide a level of health and fitness and wellness overall that includes physical side of things. But you could be physically fit and your mental aptitude is complete garbage, right? So having that into it as well is very, very important, opinion.
I mean, that's a big part of this. It should be a big part of this
Yeah,
challenge
definitely.
too, though. That it's not just about getting in shape. Like I know we were kind of joking about, writing up terribly hard workouts and punishing stuff, but like it's not just that. It's also knowing how to program something for yourself that can get you off that couch or get your
Mhm.
body moving, and then putting you around people that you want to go and do
Yeah.
that with,
I was about to say,
or
man.
or at least talk like after the workout. Like, man, that was like I tried to do that workout, I only made it halfway through. What can I do different?
Mhm.
Right.
And
Like you
having
said,
having people that kid like talk about, hey, well, okay, do all the
yeah,
resistance training you can. If you can only do half, then hey, hop on that treadmill for that the last 20 minutes and
yeah.
get
Because
your
like we all
cardio
know,
going
like
or get on
Yeah.
that row
it's a
or find
process.
find what works for you to keep it going.
Right.
Yeah, like we
Right.
all know it's a process. Like the more tools you can add to your process, man, the better. Like, you gotta be ready. You don't know something. Just like we're younger, man. Like I'm gonna ask. To that point, like act. Like you said, that ego, all these words we said, always to the word, just like as men communicate, man. Hey, brother.
The
And
one
not
thing we're terrible at.
yeah, exactly. It'd be the slowest thing. Like you ever had that one thing,
Mm.
like you and your unofficial gym rival that you never spoke. Your only rivals because you two are like a lot alike. You ever talk to that person and realize we're a lot alike. Goddamn it, don't even know, but you have that sense because you don't speak. It's that why am I
Mm.
drawn to this person or his work? Why he catches my eye? I mean, it's moving how you move. He's doing certain things that you do. You see qualities in
Hmm.
yourself. You're like,
I'm sorry, I'm a fucking
It's a
unicorn, and no,
Yeah, that's that. Where did I hear that labeled as the gym nemesis?
Yeah, the gym
Not
nemesis,
really
man.
like a true
Yeah,
enemy, but somebody
yeah,
will like, oh, I see you putting an extra little plate on there. Okay, I'm gonna do
Yeah,
that same now.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. You
like
find
unless you
that
one
one.
up me over there on that sled
Yeah.
push,
You
100
got
pounds,
for a whole 6 months, you got
125 for
unofficial
me today.
conversation. But you got unofficial fights, conversation. And you said sarcastically, like, I see you squat at that 320. Even make no
Mhm.
compliment. You're just like, I see.
I know it's messed up because the way my brain works, I see people, I'm like, that's fucking impressive.
Yeah,
And I'm over here like, yeah, except you do my workout, I'll destroy you.
I'm guilty of that pleasure.
Bro, like,
I'm guilty of
did
that
you
pleasure.
did you
Yeah,
did you guys hear about like what Henry like fucking put up? I forget what the number. It was an impressive amount of weight, over 300 pounds on the front squat.
Oh my God. Yeah. His
And
squat game.
he asked me to spot him, and he's like, "Yeah, I'm going for a PR." And I said, I can't remember the exact number, but I was like, the other crazy shit was that like he didn't have any clips, so as he unracked the bar, shit was falling off. I was like, "Oh, we about to get injured." Like, fuck this. But I'm over here like, man, I love me a leg day, but fuck that. Like, I ain't. There's no way I'm putting up that kind of weight. And then part of me is like, all right, Mr. Football Player,
but,
let's
but should
go
I
do
try?
some
Right.
functional shit, you know? And I'm like, and he would
Yeah,
do fine. I know he would. He's a monster, but yeah, I'm like, or I see somebody put up weight and I'm like, that person's in their 20s. Come talk to me when you're 40.
yeah. That's a big chunk of that get off the couch stuff too. Is like learning how to work around your injuries,
Mm-hmm.
how to not let your ego kill you, but also not like you were talking about earlier, will hold you back to where like, like I probably suffer from that a little bit where like I put like restrictions on myself because I don't want to get hurt again or mess my back up. But maybe some days I probably could push a little harder than I do. Or,
I
try
mean,
to like gain that strength back. But other part of me is like, there's a
yeah, I mean,
fine
even
line to
today
injury
with
there
my
too.
workout today, it was like I felt really good at doing certain things, and then my shoulder felt jacked, and I like hesitated, and then I was doing another movement, I felt like my low back click, and I was like, oh, maybe I'm pushing too hard, and I was like, nah, let's just keep going. But I've done it before where I'm like, ooh, we gonna ease up
Yeah.
because
Talk about that
you
low
know
back.
you do that,
Hmm.
Talk about that low back.
you press some, you do whatever it is, and you're like,
Yeah.
oh
Yeah,
God,
today was supposed to be a leg day at the gym. Nope, going
yeah,
going all
tripped
upper
and
body today. My
tripped
knees
and
like
fell on the bench press.
Oh wait. Hey, you got to go out there. You go out there.
set
Look.
up for set up for the Gary.
You gotta you gotta trick the body, right?
Oh man.
Like set up for Bulgarians. All of a sudden,
Yeah, muscle confusion.
like, gotcha, bitch. Nice. All right. So good conversation here. Anything else you guys want to add? I mean, we've talked about this, that
No,
this topic
just
can be
get
on
get
a
to it, dude.
yeah.
Yeah, I was about to say, man. Like, as you
Don't wait
know,
for
find an
Monday.
outlet.
Don't wait for
Yeah,
Monday. Yeah,
you can continue waiting. Man.
find somebody to go to the gym with if you can't do it on your own.
And it
Yeah, if you're
doesn't.
in the Tacoma area, you can come see us.
I see us.
Yeah,
Look, if you're a dad, man, use your kids, man. They're always willing, man. Even if they say they ain't, well,
yeah.
dad,
That's
go
how
to
I
the
was.
gym. Yeah, once they get in there with you, all my kids always worked out. They tried, they did their best, which motivated me to do more because I want to be a great teacher. And I'm like, oh, I got pressure, I got it.
Mhm.
And then you don't want your own kid to get hurt. So you're gonna be in tune and like use, like we just said, get out there, use whatever you got, get to it.
Yeah. Well, shoot,
I mean, I'm
if
not
you're
gonna
taking your
do
kid
what
to
my
practice, walk those laps or
Yeah,
something, man.
that's what I
yeah.
had to start doing.
Yeah, get
I
I'm
was
not
yourself
gonna
look,
moving.
do what my son does.
I
My
was one of
son
those
liked
parents,
for a
right?
while there, he was so excited about doing burpees because that's what we did for
Yeah.
kickboxing, and we'd sprawl. And he was like, we went to the grocery store and we'd be in line doing burpees. He's like, Dad, come do it. Nope, I'm not doing burpees in the grocery aisle. It's not happening. And I'm training somebody right now
Pansy.
that's trying to do a high rocks, and I was like, oh, I get to
Mm.
incorporate burpees, and she's like, you gonna do them? Nope, I sure as I'm not. I'm retired from burpees, so it's like
Needs like a
I'm
nice
retired.
angled mat. I'll do my burpees on
Right.
an angle. Right?
I am retired from burpees. I am retired from running. If you see me running, that means something is chasing me, and you should follow along in whatever direction I am going. Because if you
Ooh,
get
is that
curious
Hey,
and you
just
say,
by
I'm going to go
natural, I'll
figure out what
follow it.
that was,
By natural, it's I'll
is
follow.
is that part of the challenge or the penalty if Will loses? He's got to do
We
a
taking the
race.
stadium
Fuck no.
stairs. Nah, he gotta
Fuck
go.
no.
He's gotta come in under 25 minutes in a 5K.
Don't fuck around. I'll make that happen. Because guess what? No matter what, I'll have a weight loss, and so I'll be lighter on my feet.
Hey, they'll take it.
That's fine. We can do that, and then if y'all lose, like you get to have a sparring session with me, fuckers. Tyler might be down. Q would be
Yeah.
like, "No, I'm good."
Yeah.
I'd be like, "Let me dust some
I
things off."
just there's a bright light, and then I woke up. How'd I do?
Right. All right. All right. Well, I think we'll call it out for today. Man, it was a great conversation. Love you guys. So real quick, two things we'll do. Once again, Dad Strong Challenge is starting March 1st. If you want to participate, please reach out to us, either through Instagram, Facebook, or like leave a comment on YouTube how to get a hold of you, and we will reach out. And then what we do in this case is it will set up a time where you get to talk to all three of us, and then we figure out which team will be the best for you and who will be your best coach in those cases. Once again, 12 weeks of workouts prepped for you. Nutrition, mindset training, all types of fun stuff. I even have some courses that are like mindset and habit building, so that can be incorporated for it as well. And then last but not least, if you're listening to us on Apple or Spotify, please, subscribe, like, and give us a rating. And then on YouTube, please subscribe to the channel, like us as well, or subscribe to it. So last thing we're going to do is if you're ready, I'm going to have each of you end with another joke. We got to pull out the resources.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I don't know what you're talking about. This is just
this all off the dome. All off the dome.
yeah, it's in the top, man. It's
As he's like
locked in.
Tyler just went off a screen. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I got a bunch, but I got a bunch I have to remind. So
What did the triangle say to the circle?
wait, what was it?
What did the triangle say to the?
See you around.
You're pointless.
All right.
Oh, no.
All right. I ordered a chicken and an egg from Amazon. I'll let you know.
Already like okay.
Yeah. Do you know what the biggest pan in the world is?
Pan?
Damn it. I was like, ain't nobody gonna know that one. Ain't nobody gonna know that one.
My old lady used to say back in the day when we was talking, it's hell race. How do Asians name their kids?
Oh,
What is it?
we about to fight.
How do Asians name their kids?
Isn't it like throwing a rock in a pan or something like that?
Yeah, like dropping pans. Hey, don't cancel me for the guy. I love Asians. It's my guy right here. He's my dude. Don't cancel.
It's a good thing we don't have that kind of restrictions. It's
Who don't come in? Hey, I'm gonna be canceled. They're gonna say Q. You're not long, Daddy.
like you making Tyler blush over there.
I'll get there. I'll get comfortable enough to start bringing some jokes out. Gotta warm up to that.
This is recorded. We can't.
I know it. Sorry, Mom. Sorry, Dad.
Don't let the school district see this.
Yeah. What did Coach Tyler say?
They're like, oh, you can't coach anymore. They go do background check. Like, oh, you have a podcast?
Ooh.
Wait a minute.
Ooh,
Yeah.
I wonder.
I don't think they go that far.
What soccer coach said on his podcast?
I mean, okay.
Huh.
Look, I ain't trying to be. This is not being political, but for fuck's sake, we have two people that were in the FBI that were podcast hosts, and then they became the FBI heads, and people were like, "Oh, are they qualified? No. Are they have a podcast that says inflammatory shit? Absolutely. You know what? You get to be FBI."
And that's what Donald Trump did. And he went in, he said, "You want a job? You want a job? How many followers you got? You get a job."
I feel like right now, if you were trying to get any higher position in government, is like all you got to do is send a letter, and you could be like, "Hey, yeah, I'm not white, but I'm brown, and I support you. And can I have a job?" They'd be like, "Yes, I bought $5 in crypto from you. Is that good enough?"
You gotta go.
Yeah.
He said, "You like to argue? You like to say I support trying to argue with anybody."
You think like those positions, you have to have an extensive background check.
Nah. Hey,
And it's like, oh,
Depends on who's checking them, I
no,
guess.
especially in
right?
America.
well,
though,
that's what I'm
I feel
saying. Like,
once public schooling was like reintroduced in the 1950s, everything's a big high school. Once the popular kids versus the unpopular kids, and just rich and just add to it, and it trickles all the way down to jobs. Like we see it, like we got a popular kid
Oh, yeah.
group, you got that
Yeah, you see people signing up for a union, and if it's somebody's kid that's coming in or a best buddy, like, oh hey, like all of a sudden you're in the good shifts. Don't worry about it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
You
We
know,
got you. We got you. Yep.
yeah,
Yep.
yeah,
Absolutely.
straight to the
Absolutely.
top.
Yeah,
All right. So, any lasting words from either one of you?
man. I just hope we
Man,
we reach somebody, man. The dad that ain't messing us and tell us we hear you, we see you. The future dad, the mom that want to talk to this young son that doesn't have a dad in his life, that's becoming a dad. Like all the people, man, it's for everybody. Like
Yeah. I
and
love
it
that.
saves
yeah,
life.
I love that. Yeah. I love that.
you're not going through this stuff alone. You don't have to if you are.
Mm.
Reach out. Let's have some fun.
Yeah, don't be afraid to ask for help. We are terrible at that as men. As asking for help is not something we do. We'd rather suffer in silence than
Mhm.
ask for help. So I love what you said, Tyler. We're not alone. We're here to help everybody. Obviously we're all dads and we love to talk to dads and guys can make friends really easy, but it's like maintaining those friendships, in those relationships. And then, like I said, that it's a great point, Q, like the mom that the dad's not around for whatever reason. Right, is hard. And so just providing that there is people out there that have experienced it, that can offer a different perspective and things like that. So I appreciate it. This was a lot of fun. We got the first full
And now,
episode in. We figuring out our schedules as we go about this. So we appreciate you guys on this journey
Oh
with us
man,
as we figure some shit out. And any last thoughts?
see you at 6 a.m.
Wow, yeah,
Nobody
all right,
yeah.
else.
so you
Nope,
could
not
you could
me.
cut this part out before we go. But hey, we need somebody that's gonna be a sound guy. We need some ad libs in here. I just realized that somebody that's gonna hit that the button here. No, we need to add that. Yes, we needed some ad libs.
So you're saying we need more cowbell, huh?
Yeah, yes. Come on. And
You
yeah,
know,
yeah.
who will bring some more
And I was
cowbell?
about to say,
This guy.
he has the humor to be that guy that comes in with the button. If one of us banters too long, Tyler comes in with the button. You got the energy for that. I really believe that's his. That's his job. You got hope.
I'll make him edit the video. He can figure it out. So
Yeah, because it'd be good to have
no, I
that like
like it.
on call at time, same time. Get him my little master boy.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I appreciate you, gentlemen. And I will just say for anybody watching and listening to this, any of the dads or even anybody else, right? Just stay strong, take care of you so you can take care of the rest of your family.
Yeah, yeah.
Appreciate it. Till next time, and we'll see you guys.